The footage is dramatic, the assignment dangerous, and the client National Geographic.
Sharks, beautiful, perfectly designed predators. The culmination of 400 million years of evolution.
A typical day's work for underwater filmmaker Nick Caloyianis.
You've got to have a driving force. Something has to really drive you to want to do this kind of work. I'm not a thrill seeker. I just like the challenge of the environment, in this case the underwater world, gives to me physically. I guess it's sort of like a high. I used to be a marathon runner when I was in college, and I guess it's a somewhat similar kind of high. You know, all the chemical things that happen in your body, you sort of get that, you know, sort of a euphoric sensation.
Ocean City, Maryland. Grunt work time for Nick Caloyianis and associates, packing a charter boat with half a ton of diving and camera equipment. The destination is the Marine Electric, an offshore shipwreck lying 125 feet below the surface. Images recorded today on High 8 video will be used in a program edited by Nick's partner, Clarita Berger.
Get those side latches.
I put in the coordinates for the Marine Electric is 31.2 miles.
Okay.
And you should be there in about 2 hours, hour
Okay.
and 45 minutes.
Captain John Kaiser, a shipwreck expert, will guide the trip in his boat, Thunder Horse.
Yeah, I just radioed another boat out there, and they said that they're calling for 4 to 6 foot seas, but right now they're only 2 feet. So if we can get out there and get back before that happens,
Let's do it.
hopefully better.
All right. The Marine Electric, to me, is one of the most fascinating wreck dives on the East Coast. It sunk in February of 1983 in a winter storm. One of my dreams as a wreck diver when I first started was to dive a wreck right after it goes down and then record the changes.
About 4 microseconds out, Michael. Wreckage. There it is. We nailed that right on the money.
Yeah, they came up there.
Underwater photography is a team event.
We're just going to swim back and forth in this area here with movie lights. We'll keep them on so it'll sort of have a backlit effect.
For second cameraman Rick O'Donnell and lighting assistant Alan Edmond, it will be their first look at the Marine Electric.
In my experience, 15 years now underwater with or doing this kind of work with cameras, I found that it's a lot of different factors. It's not just being a good photographer. You got to be a good diver, and for a lot of situations, you got to be a great diver. I've had more than one close call. The ship was a 605-foot coal-carrying vessel. A few of the survivors say that a couple of guys never made it out of that engine room, so each time I go by there, I sort of think that thought. You get sort of an eerie sensation when you go inside. A lot of the ocean is just a desert, and without shipwrecks or coral formations or rocks, it's very difficult for the free-floating organisms to attach to anything. So you've got a wreck out here. It's sort of like a little marine life condominium right off Ocean City, Maryland.
There are only a handful of professional underwater filmmakers, and Nick Caloyianis is one of the best. His passion for the sea is rooted in his Greek heritage. A graduate of the University of Maryland, he formed his own company in 1977. Since then, he has traveled the world, capturing images of sunken treasure and the spectacle of marine life.
I try to get the into the personality of the animal a little bit, particularly with marine mammals. These whales, if you look closely, they're really, you can sense the intelligence if you spend some time with them. You know, they all seem to have a personality, and I try to, when I'm down on a reef or on a shipwreck, I try to just to take enough time to get into that and hopefully to convey that on the image.
No image from the sea is more popular or harder to get than footage of sharks. Mark Sampson, captain of the Fish Finder out of Ocean City, is a veteran shark fisherman, but today is unusual. His tackle box of tricks, including bait suspended from a kite, will be used to lure fish into Nick's camera. Only one line contains a hook, a backup in case the sharks don't cooperate. A custom-built shark cage is used as an underwater observation post and a refuge should the sharks turn aggressive.
Hey, let it go. All right. Okay, now we need some sharks.
Look back there at the long kite bait, the one all the way back. It looks like maybe a hammerhead. About 40 pounds or something. Has to be there. He's got it now. He's got it. He just took the kite bait.
After hours of waiting, a hammerhead shark has finally taken the hooked bait. He will be kept on only long enough to be filmed.
This is very dangerous to be in the water. I've only done this 3 times, even though these sharks are small. Big danger in getting wrapped, you know, around with monofilament. Then what do? I mean, you would drop your camera gear and get your knife out quickly, or hope that your buddy's thinking along the same lines so they can cut that line. Because a shark, even that size, is a powerful swimmer. He could take you all over the place, straight to the bottom. You could rupture your ears in a matter of 2 or 3 seconds.
Today, the sharks were camera shy and the cage not needed. But there will be other opportunities for Nick Caloyianis.
The work that keeps me busy year-round is primarily documentary films. It gives me the opportunity to be creative out in the field. None of these jobs are ever the same. It's not dull.
Stream anytime, anywhere with the free PBS app.